Saving for financial goals is not merely a mechanical act of putting aside money. It is a structured, strategic discipline that reflects how individuals prioritize their future over their present impulses. In today's 2026 economic environment, characterized by rising living costs, uncertain job markets, rapid technological disruption, and longer life expectancy, the importance of deliberate financial planning has become more critical than ever before. Whether the goal is to build an emergency fund, finance higher education, or secure a comfortable retirement, the underlying principle remains the same. Align your financial behavior with clearly defined long-term objectives. To begin with, one must understand that saving is not what remains after spending. Rather, spending is what remains after saving. This reversal of mindset is foundational. Consider a young professional earning $60,000 annually. If this individual spends first and saves whatever is left, savings will almost always be inconsistent or negligible. However, if they decide to automatically allocate 15-20% of their income towards savings at the beginning of each month, they create a disciplined financial structure. This is often referred to as the pay yourself first principle, and it is one of the most powerful habits in wealth creation.
Now, let us examine the first and most immediate financial goal: building an emergency fund. Life is inherently uncertain. A sudden medical expense, job loss, or major repair can destabilize finances overnight. An emergency fund acts as a financial shock absorber. In practical terms, if an individual's monthly expenses amount to $3,000, then an ideal emergency fund would range between $9,000, 3 months, to $18,000, 6 months or more. For instance, during the economic disruptions seen globally in recent years, individuals with emergency savings were able to navigate layoffs or reduced income without falling into debt traps. This fund should always be kept in highly liquid instruments, such as savings accounts or money market funds, so that it is easily accessible when needed. The critical discipline here is not only building this fund, but also replenishing it promptly after use.
Moving to the long-term horizon, retirement planning represents perhaps the most significant financial challenge. Unlike previous generations, individuals today cannot rely solely on pensions or government support. The responsibility has shifted towards self-funded retirement. The power of retirement saving lies in compound growth. For example, if a 25-year-old invests $5,000 annually with an average return of 6%, by the age of 65, that investment could grow to over $800,000. However, if the same person delays investing until age 35, the final amount may be less than half of that. This illustrates a crucial insight. Time in the market is more important than timing the market. Employer-sponsored retirement plans, where available, provide a significant advantage. Many organizations offer contribution matching, essentially free money added to your investment. If an employer matches 50% of your contribution, then for every $1 you invest, you immediately gain $1.50 in value. Ignoring such opportunities is equivalent to leaving guaranteed returns unclaimed. For those without access to such plans, individual retirement accounts or similar investment vehicles serve as essential alternatives. The broader lesson here is that retirement saving must be automated, consistent, and aligned with long-term growth assets such as diversified funds or equities.
Another major financial objective is saving for education, particularly higher education, which has become increasingly expensive across both American and European contexts. Families must approach this goal with early planning. For example, if parents begin saving $200 per month when a child is born, assuming moderate returns, they could accumulate a substantial fund by the time the child reaches college age. The key here is starting early and leveraging tax-efficient investment structures where available. However, an important strategic consideration arises when balancing multiple goals: retirement versus education. While funding education is important, it is generally advisable not to compromise retirement savings excessively, because loans are available for education, but not for retirement.
When multiple goals compete for limited resources, financial planning becomes an exercise in prioritization and optimization. One effective strategy is to segment savings into different buckets: short-term, emergency fund; medium-term, education, home purchase; and long-term, retirement. Each bucket should have its own timeline, risk profile, and investment strategy. For instance, short-term funds should prioritize safety and liquidity, while long-term funds can tolerate higher risk for greater returns. Beyond structured planning, everyday financial behavior plays a decisive role. Many individuals underestimate how small, repeated expenses erode their saving capacity. Tracking expenses often reveals surprising patterns: frequent dining out, impulsive online purchases, or unused subscriptions. For example, spending $10 daily on non-essential items translates to $1,365 annually. Redirecting even half of that amount into savings or investments can significantly accelerate financial progress over time. Behavioral strategies such as the 30-day rule are particularly effective in controlling impulsive spending. When faced with a non-essential purchase, delaying the decision by 30 days allows emotional impulses to subside, leading to more rational choices. In many cases, the desire to purchase fades entirely, and the money can instead be redirected towards savings. Equally important is focusing on major expenses, which often have the greatest impact on financial health. Housing, transportation, and insurance typically constitute the largest portions of an individual's budget. Small percentage reductions in these areas, such as negotiating rent, refinancing loans, or optimizing commuting costs, can yield disproportionately larger savings compared to cutting minor daily expenses. However, financial planning should not be approached with extreme rigidity. The objective is not to eliminate all enjoyment from life, but to create a sustainable balance between present satisfaction and future security. A well-designed financial plan allows for both disciplined saving and meaningful experiences. In the broader 2026 context, digital tools and financial technology have made saving more accessible than ever. Automated transfers, budgeting apps, and micro-investment platforms reduce friction and help individuals stay consistent. At the same time, rising inflation and economic uncertainty make disciplined saving even more essential. The individuals who succeed financially are not necessarily those who earn the most, but those who manage their resources with clarity, consistency, and foresight. In the broader 2026 context, digital tools and financial technology have made saving more accessible than ever.
Automated transfers, budgeting apps, and micro-investment platforms reduce friction and help individuals stay consistent. At the same time, rising inflation and economic uncertainty make disciplined saving even more essential. The individuals who succeed financially are not necessarily those who earn the most, but those who manage their resources with clarity, consistency, and foresight.
And if you found this explanation useful, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the bell icon so you never miss more such deep insights into finance and life.